Good evening and welcome back to a loading screen where shortly we will be in the Empire of Outremer with the 15-year-old Sultana. Hello. Yes, you are loading, aren't you? Yes, there we are. 15-year-old Sultana Constanza of Outremer, of Al Jazeera, who will be coming of age in like 3 months' time, at which point she will stop having to do whatever her regent tells her. Not that she's really been doing everything her regent tells her to anyway. Weird things keep happening. Do I have a key held down that I shouldn't have? Why are you not properly full screen? That's better. Right. So, what is she up to? She is betrothed to an 18-year-old bishop from Knobelsdorf, which seems a bit weird, but he is a genius, so that seems like a reasonable plan, even if he is in Knobelsdorf. She has recently placed Emir Jocelyn II onto the throne of Anjou. But Jocelyn has a problem, which is that there was already an ongoing revolt against the previous Duke of Anjou, and that has been carried over to Jocelyn as well. So probably what we should have done was tried to squash that revolt before handing the duchy over to Jocelyn. As in, while we were still taking control of it, in particular, we should have pushed the revolt out of these three holdings. However, I did a bit of poking around, and Constanza turns out to actually have several casus belli against the revolt. So she could perfectly, engage in a de jure claim on Maine, Saumur, which is that, or Vendôme, which is that, on behalf of the current Duke. She can't join his actual war, but she can declare another war against the same people, which will probably be almost as effective.
While you're contemplating that, what's the war that's currently up there? Is that the Liege's war?
Yes, that's my liege defending. He's defending a holy war. We might be able to join him. Oh no, it's not him. It's the King of Sistan who is defending that holy war. So we could join that one. Which, might also be reasonable. So, yes, indeed. Nice thing about joining wars is you can even do it while you have troops raised. So the other, really, the Badshah should not have any difficulty. He has 46,000 troops. The Maharaja of the Sripala kingdom only has 13,000 troops. So, I think probably the Badshah's got this.
Yeah. Slightly more in the red than I'd expect.
I think that's because we only joined the war recently.
Oh,
It's my guess, and therefore we didn't. We spent a while not. The King of Sistan is quite weak. But yeah, possibly it's worth just throwing yet more troops at that. And it's really nearby. We can throw a few troops at it trivially. Okay, he's actually defending 2 holy wars. No, sorry, he appears to be defending 4, but maybe I can only join 2 of them. Well, we should probably go for the Strapala one first, on the grounds that that's the one he's losing the worst. If we can join that one, hang on. Okay, it looks like I can't actually join the war that he's losing the worst. I can join 2 other holy wars. One of them is a holy war for Kerman, which I think is also one that he's losing. So we have, yes, 2 holy wars for Kerman, 1 for Bakar and 1 for Sistan. Okay, so we could join the Kerman holy war. That looks like a good plan. Well, I mean, when I say a good plan, I mean it'll probably be fairly painful, but and then we can also declare war on that. Which one of these would it be easier to push over? Those both have 2 castles, so I don't think it makes much difference unless the fort levels are very different, which they probably aren't. They're probably whatever the tech can support. Yes. That one looks like it'll need much less besieging though. So let's do a de jure claim for men. I'll not call in my allies. That alliance is really intended to work in the other direction. And instead just raise all of my Western troops. And try not to run into any of the enemy. Actually, we can probably fit them all on that lot, can't we? Maybe not. Right. So I think I control some land over here, don't I? Yes. No, that's not what I want. For once, I don't want to put this lot on ships. We're actually going eastwards for once. Okay, apparently I can't raise any troops there. How about here? That's slightly better. That will probably do for that purpose. Ooh, Ramallah now has a Caballero training ground. That's nice. We cannot currently build anything in Ramallah. We don't really have the money. Now I have officially joined the war against one of the wars to defend Sistan. But conveniently, I think I can contribute to all of them. Oh, actually, do I get... No, I don't get a join war button. It's not clear why. Well, I mean, it's clear why I can't now, because I'm already in a war on his side, and I think that bans me from joining any more. I think. Let's just check. Yes, I can no longer offer to join war. But I don't quite know why I couldn't before. I want to be a bit careful here. Indeed, I reckon maybe we want to hold those guys off briefly until this lot catch up. So that they're a slightly bigger army. Yes, we've probably got a pile of trade posts that will be being besieged. Right, well, that's a battle won, albeit not a relevant one. Right, Sultana Constanza is no longer a child. Her little brother Kuno requires someone to teach him. Well, conveniently, there's a newly hatched adult.
What are your traits?
Give me a mo.
You've sorted out. What's his face?
So I appear to have turned out as a skilled tactician.
Not bad.
And also genius, sympathy for Muslim religions, charitable, just, kind, deceitful, patient.
Just isn't bad.
Just is excellent. I like just.
Deceitful's not so good.
It's actually opposite trait opinion -5, which is a bit of a pity. So that's honest, isn't it?
Yeah.
But intrigue +3, personal combat skill +3. And personal combat skill +3 is not much. Intrigue +3 is quite nice. Means I've turned out fairly well balanced.
I mean, you look like you're in double figures in all categories.
Yes.
16, 21, 14.
Things should get a little bit better once my husband turns up.
That's also true.
Maybe I need to actually invite him. Okay, there goes the trade post for Moose. My brother Kuno is aiming for the stars, the ambitious little brat. We basically get to decide whether he should be ambitious or not. I mean, he's going to be king. Might well end up being king of Carthaginians. Yeah, that place. Which is like, yeah, be ambitious. You're not a genius, so you probably won't achieve that much, but... No, we're still not going to kill the Badshah. Right, don't know where my husband's got to. Let's actually explicitly ask him to marry me. Well, my betrothed has got to, rather. Is the fact that he's a bishop, does the fact that he's become a bishop mean I can't marry him?
Not usually.
Well, apparently, if I ask to arrange marriage, I don't get him as an option.
Hmm. Then break your betrothal. Then I think you have to.
What a nuisance!
Just check you don't have any of the.
I'll have to
things.
steal my sister's betrothed.
Oh yeah, well, not a little sister's war. It might be someone else, of course.
Yes, it's possible there are some more geniuses around, but probably not. Right, sort geniuses by age. Sort unmarried male geniuses by age. Okay, at least some of them will just join my court. See, another bishop who would be a pretty solid choice, but he's a bishop. Bloody Catholics. Oncatel de Tournoel, de Touron looks like he might be all right. 8, 13, 8, 12, 8, and he hasn't got his education trait yet. Who's he being taught by? Don't think I can offer to teach him myself, can I? No. Oh, a shooter. We'd have to sort out his religion, but he'd even join my court without me actually having to organise a marriage directly. He is only a dutiful cleric, but he's managed to end up as a dutiful cleric with 19 diplomacy. Major problem is only 4 backstabbing. Might be able to marry the Marshal of Upper Silesia. Oh, I'm going to have to break off my betrothal first, aren't I? Otherwise I'm not officially available for marriage. Like, he's going to dislike me. You're a bishop, you're not allowed to marry me.
Not unless you pronounce your bishopric first.
Even though you're Fraticelli, I'm fairly sure you're still not actually allowed to marry. Break betrothal, I'm sorry. There are, I think, heresies, and indeed the whole of the Orthodox Church, which allow married bishops. But the problem is that I can't convert him easily. He's a bishop, he won't join my court, and I can't persuade someone to convert unless they join my court for the most part. So these are the ones who will marry me accept betrothal without having to be invited, without having to join my court first. Is there anyone really good here? Not that's a very good age. I mean, Rodrigo would be all right, but he is 48. Oncatel might turn out okay. I am not wholly hopeful. So let's go back to this collection, because here we can in particular get Schutter. So this guy we probably can't marry either way. Oh, no, apparently, that would work, but I probably want it to be matrilineal. And And there's the slight problem that, yeah, he's not willing to give away his marshal for this. If we turn off matrilineal, it's good enough because I would notionally join his court,
Yeah.
and so he could keep his marshal. But if I make it a matrilineal marriage, he'll lose his marshal, and then he's not willing to give his marshal away, right? Barakat looks a bit meh. Triffon's like 31.
The thing there is, it doesn't matter if your husband is older than you.
I suppose not, no.
He's not going to run out of childbearing age.
Yeah, he'll just die and not have to be replaced.
Yeah, no problem. This is perfectly normal.
Eric's so good, but unfortunately that's why his liege won't let him go. Commander Stefan of Castile has 2 digits in every category, which is nice. There's another bishop who's brilliant. Why can't we have less celibate bishops? And that bishop as well. And that bishop. All I suppose it's not surprising. All the good geniuses are married, and thus don't appear in this list, except for the bishops, who do appear in this list. So obviously the good ones will be bishops.
Or very young ones that haven't been betrothed yet.
Yes.
Occasionally you'll luck out on someone whose husband, whose partner has just died.
That guy looks quite fun. He's 62 and possessed, but he's honest as well. We should probably not choose someone honest. He's a bishop as well, right? So I think, who can we get with vaguely decent stats then? He's a bishop. He won't join me because his liege won't let him leave. Okay, Stefan, commander of Castile, 17, 11, 10, 14, 13, is just and deceitful, just like me. Is also patient and charitable. Is cynical, where I'm not zealous, actually, slightly to my surprise. And he is currently Catholic, but we'll have to fix that. And I can directly get matrilineally betrothed to him because he is only a commander. I mean, he's a good one, but apparently it's considered worth sending him off to me anyway. Do lose 200 prestige because he's only a relative of a bishop, but I've got 4,000 prestige, it'll be fine. Okay, he's a bit dull, but he'll do. Oh, I should quickly pick the ambition of getting married. Right, meanwhile, what's going on with these wars? That one's at minus 95%, but I'm not actually taking part in that one officially. I'm still just trying to get all my troops to the right place, though. Is it just that the other army here is far too big? Yes, okay. I think we want to detach from it then. And follow a county behind it so that we don't end up getting horribly flattened by it. Right. Yes, it is everyone's concern. Collect a royal aid duty. Right, so Stefan Matthias is currently the wrong religion. We should fix that. No, he doesn't like me enough. Okay, I'll give you some money. Actually, he will probably be quite happy once he's got married anyway. Right, fulfilled ambition to get married. Well, let's read the Quran. I mean, I already have sympathy for Muslim religions. Right, let us attempt to have a daughter. That lot should stay still. That lot should be grouped together into a single army and should head more or less independently over there. Meanwhile, this lot are making a complete mess of things. Actually, those guys might be just enough to win that battle, if they're quick. Let's just send this lot in behind them and hope for the best. Make sure this lot have an organizer and 2 other good commanders. That fleet can be disbanded. Right. The Sultan is now... Who are you trying to kill? Yeah, get on with it. Sultan is now... Okay, he's officially not listed as Sultan. The Sultana's husband is now Fraticelli. So that should be helpful. And she didn't need to steal her heir's betrothed, and he is not. He is in particular younger than her, and thus can't accidentally become a bishop at an inconvenient time. Yes, Simon, it would be so much easier if we could just do this all in sequel. Gain 25 piety. Oh dear. Well, maybe that will work now. Aha! I've been called into a war. I was expecting this, to be honest. The Vatican has declared a holy war for Cordoba. Oh, sorry, no, Valencia's declared a holy war for Cordoba. That's much less interesting. Still, accept, yes, let's be a member of another, let's join another holy war. Right, we're about to win a battle in one of the wars. At least more or less in one of the wars. Doesn't get us any war score, but I bet it's good for the other war that he's involved with. Right, meanwhile, that lot can now start moving again without running into supply limit problems. Look, my army's just left that area. See how quickly we can get back. Let's make sure these guys have a siege leader as we attempt to besiege back various things held by the people we're at war with, namely the Angevin revolt. city. Possibly I don't have quite enough troops here to feel comfortable when there's a 15,000 strong enemy army around. Where's my liege's army gone? Oh, possibly I can't see them everywhere because I'm not officially allied with my liege, in that I'm not in the same war as him. I'm in another war that's kind of overlapping with it. Right, let's give this some good commanders. It looks like we should successfully defeat the raiders. Probably be helpful from the point of view of not letting them run off with all our money. Hang on, that was someone trying to kill Emily, who is, I think, one of my relatives. We don't think we can allow that. Okay, no, it's a different Emily. That's fine. Nothing interesting is happening over here, but we have accidentally managed to catch up with the Imperial Army again, and have thus ended up running out of supply. Right, we have successfully won Battle of Air and driven off the raiders, which is probably good for our money. Now let's head back up there in order to get back to that siege. Why is the Imperial Army standing around in this county? I don't want you... I'll run away again then. Oh, maybe they're not. Where are they going? They're going to Ishtar. Okay, no, that's fine then. We'll just head this way then. We don't actually want to go to Ishtar. Elephant! Which incidentally might mean that I want to divert some troops into Hormuz. But I think things might go weird if I do that, because the people there aren't officially my allies. Doesn't something weird then happen, like this army ends up fighting us in sequence? Let's establish ourselves in Sirjan instead. I think we should not try to get involved in the fight in Hormuz. Let's go to Sirjan, which is all mountainous, and help with the siege there. In particular, they only actually seem to have brought 11,000 elephants. They're not actually 11,000 elephants. Oh, and the Empire's just brought 5,000, found 5,000 more troops, right? No problem. Right, so my army there probably wants another siege leader. Not that it will take very long to take that place. Oh, we seem to be in a battle. Doesn't seem like a very bad one, happily. That's a bit better. So we're presumably losing this war mostly on occupation, yes. Basically, once we've got this county back, that will level out, and that will also help with his actual war against Anjou itself. It looks like the elephants are losing. What's the supply limit there? 16,000. That's probably just about okay. Yes, we will be just inside that. Right, the elephants have been sent packing, and suddenly that war is at 21% war score because that battle was worth 75%. That's what you get when you bring 10,000 elephants and lose. And now we're besieging back Sirjan, which will help with that, for all that it's not officially the war I'm meant to be working on. But in two cases here, I'm engaging in... I was about to call them proxy wars, but that's not what a proxy war is. I don't think.
I don't think so.
I'm engaged in a war which I'm engaging in for its side effects rather than for the actual victory in that war itself. Right, so we've taken somewhere over here the occupation of... Yes, this place is now being repaired, which is helping with war score in one of these wars. Defenders of Tours keep doing things, but I don't think they're interesting things. Oh dear. My court chaplain died a natural death. Well, I've got plenty of competent bishops around. That one even wants to become court chaplain. Well, there we go. I should surely get a bonus for fulfilled court chaplain ambition. Anyway, I think we're mostly just having our court chaplain research cultural technology at the moment. Possibly there's another good use for one, but... Oh, actually, maybe these needed proselytising. Oh well, too late now, I have to sleep in the mud.
Well, you can change it in 6 months or whatever.
Yes. Right, we have finished reclaiming Sirjan. Looks like we could usefully reclaim Hormuz as well. Hormuz doesn't have much supply limit, but that lot are clearing out. Because for some reason, so we actually probably want to clear out of Sirjan before they arrive. So we'll head down to Hormuz and get that back. Assuming we can. Possibly it's not in our war, and so we'll have to find somewhere else to go, but we'll look at that in a moment. So a bit of patience while people move to different locations or besiege incredibly boring things. At age 55, my kinswoman Twanky di Spoleto died bedridden and infirm. None of her daughters is called Twanky.
Probably for the best.
There are quite a few wars going on here. I mean, now I come to look at it, many of them are mine, actually. Because, of course, all of my vassals are notionally in my war as well. You were meant to be leaving this county, you utter nuisances. Right, I shall march next door then. Indeed, you had left this county. Right. So that bit's going fine, at least. Now I've lost my marshal. Died succumbing to severe injuries. Possibly he got into a fight on the battlefield while I wasn't looking.
Possibly.
Well, we're going to need a new commander if we're going to draw from the commanders, so let's... Ideally... No, we didn't want yeah, we wanted ruler, no. Ideally, we would find ourselves another organiser. There's one. He'll do nicely. But he's only got 21 marshals, so let's appoint Vigerich as our new marshal. We need to pay attention to what's going on down here because we are suffering from various supply limit disasters. Right, there are still too many elephants in this county. They're leaving, but still. Wish they would actually leave. Yes, he is already properly Fraticelli, as is his wife. Come on, you pesky elephants. We're reaching the point where an enemy army is about to turn up back in Sirjan, and we're going to have to go back there and kick them out. And all we've gained is hanging around while a bunch of elephants mucked around. And now that lot are turning up here to make our life even worse. Bah, let's go over to Sirjan and give them a good kicking. Oh, we don't currently have a designated regent because Emira Sibylla the Wise has died. So, thing we learnt last time, don't appoint someone ambitious as your regent.
It's less of a problem at this point since you don't expect to die immediately. I suppose at some point you're likely to have a child.
Yes. So at this point, a good thing is probably, I was going to appoint my husband. No, it is worth 10 points of opinion, so if I can find someone else, good. Not him, he's ambitious.
I usually give some kind of bonus.
Yes.
And I usually try and appoint a woman. Because it's one of the places you can.
Oh, content, that's probably good. Not a generally brilliant person, though. Well, let's go for the Queen Mother then. She looks pretty solid. Like someone who's actually good at this rather than necessarily a someone who needs cheering up. Meanwhile, let's fill in some other gaps. Why is he so grumpy? Yeah, okay. Nothing there I can easily fix. Right, how are we doing here? So we've almost finished besieging the last place in that war that was claimed by someone else. That should be improving that war for the current Emir of Anjou. Not sure if I'm only even going to get... Yes, I don't get involved in that battle. A young talented artist from Mosul proposes to paint an iconic portrait of Albrecht the Lion. Yes, let's not annoy everyone of my dynasty. Also, too many people in this county again. Right. Oh, I could have done with assigning like a useful set of commanders. Oh well, we're going to win anyway. Right, Anjou has converted to Frascelianism. Excellent. Right, so now that one is up to precisely 0%. Because Hamelin the Drunkard still controls Maine. Let's quickly nip across the river and give his army a thrashing before they manage to besiege something. I could not help but overhear the stable master and the courtier's animated discussion, horses, payments due, etc., etc. Interfere. Settle the matter, broadly speaking. Right. The Battle of Sirjan has been won, though not before someone managed to besiege the place again. Well, let's sit down and besiege it back again then. Right, 19% war score there, and moreover, that army driven out before they did anything harmful. Right, let's get over to Maine, where someone else is besieging it inconveniently. I mean, not that it makes much difference. We can help. The cook complained to me about Kuno's temper tantrums. Apparently he punched her son in the face again. Well, he's going off to Carthenogenesis. We can allow him to become Roth, or we can try to turn him patient. Let's try to turn him patient. Oh, it worked. Who are you trying to kill? No one who appears to matter. Right, so now we're besieging things on both sides of the world. Oh, excellent. One of the Holy Wars has ended up at 100% war score, the one I'm not involved in. And now the main tricky bit would be finding any enemies in the other one. So here, conveniently, because, oh right, that war's ended. So, the Aljazeera and Ducal War for Emir Joslin's second's claim on Maine has ended inconclusively because he controls it again, which is precisely what we wanted to happen. Hamelin of Angevin's revolt war ended in white peace. But apparently in practice that isn't very different from winning. Right, well, those few troops there should now probably go down to actually, no, given where they came from, there's no point in marching them all the way down there. Let's disband them up there and re-raise them somewhere more sensible. But we'll also raise some troops from Anjou, since we can do that now. Oh, except we don't have to raise them in Anjou because we already had actually raised them. We can raise them. Pause. All the way down in Dax. Though that's not very helpful. Oh God, there's an awful lot of armies around here. Right. Yeah, I can see why Lusitania is having trouble here. Because they have, among others, Britannia and Brittany attacking them alongside Lusitania. I can see why Carthenogenesis is having problems. Carthaginensis. I think I need to bring in the big guns. Well, swords. Okay, that's not very many armies. Do I just raise everything and see how it goes? Yeah, go on. Bonk, bonk. Well, everything that's not going to materialise straight underneath someone over here. The local troops will have to wait because there are too many scary armies over there at the moment. Okay, we may have one of our usual kinds of shipping problems. And yeah, let's not bother with all the effort of getting them over there. This side, most of them are already involved in a completely different war. So I should probably work out where to send them. Well, that lot are heading south again now. Maybe we should go over and try to meet them. Okay, so the other side is someone who controls one county in Pala. Okay. This is really actually an utterly trivial war, isn't it? Let's send you a lot over to help with it, help with that siege then. And that will probably be enough. Right. Ah, but the Badshah has joined another holy war. King Ehrenfried of Sistan accepted Badshah's oasis, the holies offer to join the holy war for Herat. It's okay. Should really learn that it's generally faster to move ships than to move armies.
It's quicker to move by ship, but of course you've got so much less morale.
Well, no, it's more that if you have an army and a ship and they're not in the same county and you want them to be in the same county.
Move the ship, not the army.
Yes.
If that's possible.
Let's send that lot over here. They are just about enough to be useful. With some care. They are not. Oh good. They're not going to run into terrifying supply limits in that county again. That should deal with, yeah, we'll then just sit there and besiege things and that will fix everything. Right. This is the war we actually have to pay attention to. So that one can fit. It's just got ships at the moment, right. That one is still quite... Oops, no. Why do I seem to have... Oh, that because there are 2 armies on board there, yes. Not anymore. So that's 5,000 troops, so we can fit about another 5,000 on there. Lots of these are going too far south. Yes, carry on making him happy. Oh, we have won a siege. Yes, it's that one. That holy war will end in a good direction pretty soon, I think. Right, so we could fit... Can we fit those on? Yes. That's now quite close to being full. Excellent. Send that lot over to Porto. Let's send them to Santiago because there's a siege to be done there. We might not want to start that siege immediately though. Meanwhile, this lot will just about fit on that fleet. Except I keep turning out to have sent them to the wrong place. Oh, we have a new Emir of Al Bahrain who is newborn. Right.
Oh, he's probably going to last a long time then.
Because his father died of an infected wound. Little Emir Egidio of Al Bahrain. Right. That lot can head for Porto as well. Oh, actually, given I'm in an alliance with... No. Even though I'm in an alliance with them, I can't actually land in their ports. How inconvenient. Well, we'll land in our port instead then. Not sure that's actually sensible on my part, but still. Lots of people are becoming Fraticelli, probably relevant ones. That lot are trying to besiege Sirjan again, but I fear it may be too late. I mean, I don't fear it, it's excellent. Aha, right, we've got some troops here now. You guys should actually head up there, I think. Before anyone notices we're here. Obviously they won't actually find it hard to notice that we're here because we're besieging one of their places. Are you trying to murder no one who matters? Into properly Indian architecture here. You guys will want Siegmar to help with that siege. There's nothing interesting happening over here. Oh, apparently there's a tribe in Porto who's now on the other side, which is a little worrying because that's owned by the Holy Roman Empire. Don't worry, we'll get that bit back in a moment. Don't know if actually besieging the... no, I think that got us no war score. It just got us some resources. Oh well. Let's just get this lot together. But similarly, other people besieging our stuff, I think, is also worth 0 war score. Right, so the Holy War over in the east is now at 100% war score. I mean, yes, I do have quite a lot of martial skill. But if we're going to do that, we should put... oh, I've only got one flanker now. Yeah. Well, we should put Mitrofan and Vigorich on the flanks and me in the middle. Charge! Oh, 2 wars at plus 100% war score. Emir Gottschalk is being... neither of them that I can finish. None of my wars are my wars at the moment. No, don't worry about people trying to claim titles. We've apparently besieged a couple of places. I'm riding over the plains of Zamora when I realise how this experience has simply become a matter of course. This is the first time I've done it. I rarely even think when I charge into battle. It just happens. I could surely make use of this insight, but how? Well, I just discovered I've only got one flanker, which is not the correct number of flankers. I will focus on flanking. Something like that. We have a new Emir of Cologne, who is 10. Right. King Echenfried of Sistan has won a holy war. There are now no holy wars that we are involved with over in Sistan, even though we have an army there. Actually, we don't. We have an army next door. So let us march them into Sirjan. And meanwhile, see if the King of Sistan would like some help in any of his other wars. Preferably the one with the elephant. those. So there's Raja Ladahachandra for Bakar is the preferred one. So we will join him in that war. Meanwhile, this battle is going all right. So this should all be being quite good for our moral authority. Plus 27% for winning holy wars. I hope this battle will actually be worth some war score. Right, we have now rejoined King Echenfried in a different war. We haven't even got to the place we need to start besieging yet.
You still got tea then?
Oh yes, let's find that tea.
Over there, the cold.
Right. Actually, that looks like that's occupied by the wrong person. As in by the one who isn't. Oh, that he's attacking in this holy war, is he? Right. I don't know that I really feel I should be joining in with it then. Oh well, too late now. So Kuzdar is actually where I want to be defending to help him with that war. Where the hell's that? Oh, you've got that tiny bit of Sistan over there, have you? Right. But actually the thing that will win you most is being there. Okay, right. You lot, turn around. We're dealing with something else. Let's give you an organiser because you've got a long way to go. Right, well, that was worth 2% war score. Right, we'll have to do better than that. And we're not losing any war score for anywhere other than Valencia. So I think we need to march this lot, split this lot in half because they're slightly too big. And we want to find Cordoba. Right. I'll hold them there for a moment then. That should be fine. Indeed, that's a battle against the right people. but it'll make much difference, I don't think. Oh, we down a commander. Yes. You can do better than that. You are more than confident in your abilities, yet your liege Badshah Uwais seems to be oblivious to your accomplishments. He puts his trust in lesser minds for the sole reason that they were born as men. It is simply not fair. I mean, the problem is that the only thing I'm really good at is marshal. But if I offer to be a marshal and he does appoint me, then I suddenly end up finding myself not being able to lead my own troops because I'm busy leading his troops, which is kind of inconvenient. But I have to choose some post to put myself forward for. So let's put myself forward as his marshal and see if he takes me. Meanwhile, this guy wants to be a commander and to be converted to Fraticellism. As does his wife, who bizarrely really likes me. Those children are not in my court. Those ones are too young to be converted. Please don't murder the heir to the Sheikhdom of Santiago. She's known as the ill ruler. And I released someone, yes. New Emir of Taiz, who is at least an adult. New Emir of Galilee, similarly. Badshah Uwais refused to give me a position on the council. Apparently it would be too controversial. What a coward. Spy Master of Rome stops plotting. How are my armies doing at crossing this enormous expanse? Maybe I should have them sit down and besiege something along the way. Count of Maine has become Fraticelli. The Emir of Anjou has declared an Angevin holy war on Gascogne. Well, good luck with that. I don't think I can join you in that one because you're my vassal. I mean, I could declare a separate holy war.
The problem is then all of Catholicism is going to come under Scotland.
Yes, precisely. It's going to be a problem for the Emir anyway, but we're already in an offensive holy war against the Catholics over here. What are you playing at? Am I going to have to actually arrange for a great big pitched battle in the middle of Spain? That lot, frankly, can just die. I don't think I can do much with that. That lot should at least temporarily have a good siege leader, though I may need to borrow the siege leader further east to avoid losing a holy war there. I think actually I might do better. Like almost all of this war score is from completely controlling Bakar. If I can just get some territory here, that will mostly fix that war score. So that really only... No, there is actually a 19,000 strong Holy Roman army hiding under there. Heading for La Mancha. Anyone else heading for La Mancha though? No. So we could get 22,000 troops there.
Put the bookcase back before tomorrow morning, that'd be handy. What's that?
So do we push that over, or do we try to get into La Mancha and actually beat that Holy Roman army, which we might be able to achieve? It's only got a 16k supply limit. Maybe we don't try to get in there just yet. So it's maybe a bit too slow. Sorry, that's not going to. We're not going to defend against those. Yes, because the problem is this war's at 100% war score already. Minus 100% war score already. Right, now we have a problem over here. In that enormous great enemy army of enormousness is heading over to meet us. So let us make this the best. Oops, no. Let us make this as good as we can. Have that lot come in and join them. I'm still not hopeful. But I think it's all we can do. Actually, let's... also have some good commanders here. Oh, goodish. Right, unsurprisingly, that one was lost. Okay, yes, well that was because I went and joined a offensive holy war, which was just silly of me. So what else are you involved in, Echenfried? Noting that I don't really want to join... That one is at least a defensive holy war, right? I will join that one. Yes, Parla is just terrifying. So I don't know that this battle is going to end well for us. Like, we have a chance. They have a river crossing penalty. We're in hills. We've got much better commanders, but that is not enough. Oh dear. At age 41, your husband, Stefan Betotes, died after a period of illness. Court chaplain of Al Bahrain is trying to kill Lope Pelez. Okay. Someone's joined an independence faction. Wally of Gryon is trying to kill Thomas de Beaumont. Okay. Augusta Rurikid is trying to kill Adriana Rurikid. Okay. And we've got plenty of morale here. Just, we haven't really got the numbers. And they've now brought in a bunch more troops. Right, there we go. Disaster. Yes, that was not good. Like, really, you shouldn't not be engaging in offensive holy wars, you idiots. I should stop joining. Well, no, I had an alliance on this occasion, so I think. So I do have some reason why I did have to join her, even though she's an idiot. Do not get into a holy war with the Catholics. Gods, we've ended up in another battle immediately. Well, in the chaos surrounding the Battle of Cordoba, my men cornered Alarico of Lucena, who resisted bravely until, according to reports, he tripped on his own sword. Good. This campaign has been easy pickings. Swinging my sword over the plains is a pleasure, and my fellow soldiers are equally jovial, surrounded by the blood of our Visigothic enemies and the cries of battle. Look, enemy commander Fafila is hiding, someone shouts. Suddenly shouts, pointing off in the distance. I only have 25 personal combat skill. He only has 8, though. And I can become brave if I try this. Yes. My opponent looks nervous, his armour a little ill-fitting, and I briefly contemplate asking if he would rather do this another day. A moment later I snap out of it, letting the fresh morning air sharpen my senses instead. The big man is soon on the ground, groaning in pain. Right, dual victory, and plus I'm now brave. I take it I win this fight? It was good for me at least, if not so good for the rest of my army. Brave is worth +2 martial and +10 personal combat skill. Did I gain that before I entered that battle? That duel, I wonder. Very demoralised armies on both sides here. Ah, another Battle of Cordoba. It's been ages since I felt so invigorated by a battle, like a few hours. Every day our unit is moving as if connected by some unspoken bond, I exclaim as they get horribly defeated. Actually, they might not. Our flank might do all right. I exclaim eagerly one night. Or a higher power of some kind. This is all you, my lady, one of my soldiers says, a look of genuine surprise on his face. So, first I get promoted to brilliant strategist. Excellent. But I can either become proud or I can become humble. I mean, humility is probably better. This is a team effort, soldier. Right, now I'm up to 26 martial skill. That should help my flank. Yes, probably won't help the rest of the flanks, mind. Right, that tiny little battle has been won. That's a little bit scary. Are they moving out? No, apparently not. They're just standing still. Oh, I think we've got the numbers for that. But I can't withdraw from this battle yet. Let's get the best I can in this army's commanders. But the moment the battle in Cordoba is dealt with, okay, that is the best I can get, is Thietmar. Oh, I need a new husband, don't I? Anyone obviously good available? He's turned out weird. He's kind of naturally weird. And an unhelpful religion. He's an unhelpful religion and zealous too. See if we can invite someone instead. This guy looks all right. He's even Fraticelli. Let's just invite him to my court and then marry him. What does he want to do anyway? He wants to become marshal. With 13 martial skill? No. New Emir of Outre-Jourdain. He's going to need some cheering. Where's my Grand Vizier at the moment? Yeah, maybe we should dispatch my Grand Vizier to Outre-Jourdain. Where is the capital of Outre-Jourdain anyway? Wadi Musa, right. We're down a commander still. I mean, they do kind of tend to drop dead in war. I haven't got a siege leader. Well, we've only got one siege leader. Best siege leader we can get is 17. Probably do. I seem to have rather a lot of money. Where are we not building something then? Better Caballero training grounds in the Middle East. Right, so we're trying to win this battle, which did not work. Yes, that is one of the ones I wanted as a commander, not the one I wanted as a husband. Right, young Clotilda has turned out as a grey eminence. That's nice. No one has yet made her betrothed into a bishop. That's the guy I was going to marry. Why am I not available? Oh, I've made an enemy. Right, why can't I arrange to marry Balint? I'm definitely not married at the moment. For some reason, Balint does not appear on my list of people I can marry. How annoying. Why not? He's a scholarly theologian, genius, master schemer, paranoid, brave, kind, Roth. He's Fraticelli. Huh. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong, I think. He's lowborn. It must be a matrilineal marriage, so I probably have to select matrilineal first. No. Apparently even then. Nope, even then he is for some reason unavailable. How annoying. Prefer to get someone who's of age. None of those looks good. Like, 12-year-old is not really what I want. Let's see if we can find anyone else who'll join our court. He's all right apart from his terrible intrigue. He's generally great but won't join our court. He's good about apart from fairly terrible. Yeah, but he's already in my court and I can't marry him. Confused by that one. Let's go for the one who's all right apart from fairly terrible intrigue. If we can find him again, the steward of Livonia. See if we can marry him. He's at least like not lowborn, which might help. Right. So that battle has ended poorly. This battle has not yet started, so now we can put together something good here so that we have a better chance of winning this battle, which is going to be a bit close but should be all right with those commanders. Do we actually, have they just like slaughtered my entire army over here? There's that one, which is a mistake, that one, which is a mistake, and that one, which is a mistake. Yes, they have slaughtered my entire Iberian army. The bastards. Right. Rather, the entire army I had in Iberia, most of which was actually from the Holy Land. So, like, we might be able to raise another army, but it might be a bit of an effort. Kind of tempted to leave King Silo of, not King Silo of Lusitania, the guy on our side, Queen Monyadonna, to her own devices for a bit, because, like, she got herself into this one. So I kind of feel it's not quite my job to get her out of it. Right. You're a new commander. Or not a new husband. There we go. Everyone becomes Fraticelli. Right, would you like to marry me? That's better. So slightly dodgy. We're attacking them in the mountains. We've brought more than twice their number of troops and some really good commanders. We might get away with this. Yes, we did get away with it. Excellent. And they're pouring more troops in who will just get slaughtered. Oops, the Bad Shah has revoked. So, right, the Bad Shah has just joined the war I'm involved in. That's probably going to help.
Is that the badger?
Bad Shah, Badshaa. Oh, I'm the designated regent of Al Jazeera, which, not Al Jazeera. Oh, he's not in hiding for once. Which meant he's finally managed to get married. Because, of course, he went into hiding when he was still a child, and thus was never actually able to marry. He has finally married Empress Raza of Outremer. Might manage to have his own children. Right, let us reorganise this to have a siege leader. Yes, lots of people are going to besiege things over there. Ah, he currently owns the Iron Mask of St. George, yes. Why are you leading troops? You have a martial score of 8. That's a terrible idea. lost control of somewhere in Mandesh. Oh, that's all way up there, right. Okay, I can't remember why we organised that, if indeed I did. So I'm pretty sure that we have a random Displeto in our court for reasons I'm not currently certain of. Yeah, lots of defeats over there. That's because someone was an idiot and attacked the Catholics. He might not have enough troops. Oh, yes, he's got enough troops to defeat them, surely. I can raise enough troops to defeat them. It is as if I see Shooter for the first time. He arrived a month ago, pretty close to the first time. His good-natured spirit and funny quirks he has, and how lovely he really is. Could it be that I love my Shooter? Oh, go on then. Minus 6%. What's going on there? Ah, Mandesh is actually proving to be a problem. Well, let us head over to Mandesh and try to fix it then. Not another one. So we haven't got a seneschal apparently. Appoint Outre Jourdain to that one. But apparently we're also down a commander. Don't have any very good candidates. Let's recruit some more. We currently have one organiser and 2 siege leaders. Sadly, this convenient organiser will not join me. How good an organiser can I get? $16. It's kind of a bit poor, really. Let's not bother with an organiser. Now, I'm carefully looking for unmarried men. That's not actually helpful. I wanted non-rulers. Right. Now can I get a good organiser? Yes. Slightly wasted those 15 gold, but that's fine. Bishops usurping all over the place. I guess how are things going here? Let's quickly stick some competent commanders in there. Are you trying to kill? No one who matters. In like the enemy armies down there are getting quite small now. Maybe we could actually do a decent job against them shortly, but we'd have to ship a whole new batch of armies in from Asia. Right now, I'm going to dismiss this army before it encounters anything unhappy. Unhappy, unhappifying, harmful. Well, that one's got back up to 0%. All right, I think we may have had a decent battle. I'm not sure. Or actually, no, I think we're starting to occupy their territory now. I'm still trying to get our territory back. Or rather, Sistan's territory back. The twists and turns of Kuno's tongue and the white lies he uses to make friends are making my head spin. How can such a young lad be able to lie so well? Let's make him deceitful as well. Long walk across here. Even with an organiser. Yeah, no, there are nice big armies again there. You are an idiot, my dear Queen of Carthaginensis. You want High Crown Authority? No, I don't want High Crown Authority. Since I'm most of your vassals. Just wondering if I can conveniently raise any more troops from this sort of area. Oh, there's another 5,000. Well, we could send them across. Yes, we could definitely send them across here to be helpful. Those are mountains. We're going to arrive there first. We just want to have some brilliant commanders in place. And we should survive. Okay, that makes it less likely we're going to survive. Just found another 11,000 troops against us. Right. Against one of those armies we would probably be fine. Against both, I'm less certain. They've already broken one of our flanks. And we can try fleeing. Because we're not going to win this one as it is. It'll hurt us quite a lot as we run away, but that'll get even more hurt. That was meant to be the easy-ish war. But of course we are going up against the Empire of Pala, which is kind of big. Maybe I need to raise my own troops as well. So Vigorich is only martial skill 23. Kalnenikos has a faintly astonishing 28. Yes, okay, he is my new marshal. Vigorich is demoted to a mere commander. Stop it, he's a commander. It's fine. And things are under siege, yes we know. Let's bring this lot over as well. Okay, who needs teaching? Heike, my niece Heike, daughter of Princess Berta. Well, until I have children of my own, I will teach my niece Heike. Yes, that's because someone was an idiot. Do not attack the Catholics. It's the reason why I don't attack. Don't go to for a holy war against Catholics in particular. There's a reason why that is not a thing I do. Reinforcing 1,649 soldiers a month. That's nice. It was apparently a Farsi holy war for Leon. where another Fraticellum tried to attack the king of Lusitania. Stop doing this. It does not end well. If you're going to take things off the Catholics, do it the way I did, using a claymore. So there's 20,000 enemy troops happily being heavily attrited. There's a 174 strong army that's reinforcing at a rate of 1,300 a month. Yeah, wherever they're going, they're not going to be any good on their own. I reckon they're actually heading for Jabal Koufs. If we could get this lot in as well, they might be reasonably worthwhile. So they're going to be heading down to that end of Sistan. I think though we really want to get up into the mountains there. What's the supply limits up there are fairly small, so we would have to keep our reinforcements back. That's not too much of a problem. I think there's a decent sized Latin army around here somewhere, surely. But for some reason they're involved in a different holy war, I think. Oh no. Yes. What? Didn't I join that holy war? I thought I did. Apparently I'm not actually in any of Ehrenfried's holy wars. That's not where we want to be. He's only actually in one, so I'm not officially part of this war. Why am I bothering? Well, the answer is, of course, to defend Fraticelliism. Wait for their... but they'll probably scare that lot off anyway, actually. Just being here. We can't actually send everyone into that county yet. Okay, I've lost my spy master. That's a pity. Agathon was good. Plus he had the most excellent hat. More Egyptian spy masters, please. Maybe we should go for... Well, but if we can fix his religion, he'll have about that opinion of me, won't he? Yes, even better. Yeah, let's go for this guy. Okay, yes, should probably have found her a husband, but go on. Right, they got nibbled so much that they now fit into the supply limit there. You trying to kill. Get on with it. Unsurprisingly, holy wars against the Catholics don't work. Like, we might be able to defend one, we can't, almost certainly can't prosecute one on the attacking side. Okay. Oh yes, I have an army over here that has a purpose, doesn't it? Only it doesn't have a purpose anymore because the enemy's pissed off. And we could go and quickly attack that random little army there simply because it exists. It would be kind of silly. Someone might come along to protect it. You would not make an excellent steward, you would make a terrible steward. I'm pretty confident I've got a better steward than that. I don't even pay any attention to my steward. That battle is not actually going to gain me anything, is it? Possibly a tiny amount of prestige. We have a new keep in Mosul, excellent. Yeah, we can just about afford a barracks there. But like, the Queen might believe I'm actually helping with her war if I do this. There we go. March them back there and we'll stand them down. Meanwhile, in this somewhat less conveniently located war, let's make sure we've got some decent commanders in case someone comes to attack us. That lot are kind of uncertain what their purpose is. Possibly, actually, I should just march them south into the Empire of Thingamy. And we should start besieging conveniently located bits of their territory. Stop helping with that war because it's just a lost cause. Have I got enough money to build anything in Nushjabin? No. Because because I've been spending it all elsewhere. Once we get enough people in here, we'll be able to start besieging whatever there is here. Lost my court chaplain again. He was a really good one too. Well, okay, a fairly good one. At least I won't need to convert this one. Right, we're about to lose this war, which is a pity, but my brother Kuno is modest and humble. Yeah, go on, carry on being modest and humble. I'm modest and humble. Okay, I'm slightly confused by the fact that, all right, yes, we briefly occupied that. Like, why is that marked as occupied by me? We should be giving it back to its owner. Ernst has arrived at my court and can be appointed as court chaplain. Oh, do I have a spy master lying around as well? Spy master. Oh, I actually have a better court chaplain in one of my bishops. Okay. Must be somewhere we can get some good technology from. Go for the capital of the Pala Empire. Is there anywhere for you to proselytise that's like useful? Yes. There are 14,000 elephants there. We want to pay some attention to them. Right, we want to pay quite a lot of attention to them. That's desert. We do not want to face 20,000 elephants there. Let's see if we can get an organiser in here and dispatch you lot across that border. Yes, right. This lot, we should switch to having Galinikos in the middle and me on the flank. Alright, the supply limit in there is only 9,000 apparently. Ah, but no, it's not that. It's that they've been out of supplies for 12 days. That's not much of a problem. Right. We might be able to hold on here. Let's see. Oh, he's changed his mind. Curses. I must learn not to let that happen. Move them into Herat for... Oh, right. Damn it. That's now going to go very badly. Curses, I should not have done that. So they were mostly moved into Manish and they would actually have made it there. Now they're going to end up in this battle. Right. We have an excess of small children who want teaching. I'm still teaching 2 of them myself, aren't I? Yes. Well, Silda's probably a good candidate, actually. She's a genius herself. Right, this is going to be a mess. Do we get the best commanders we can and then try to run afterwards? Probably, yes. Hiker asks, why do people die? Because they're too carefree? Everyone dies sooner or later, which might make her brave or might make her arbitrary. Don't like arbitrary. I think because they are too carefree, which will probably make her patient. Yes. It's very annoying. They're almost going to make it, except Splot. And there's still another 16,000 on their way. So do we just get this lot to bail as fast as they can? They've got narrow flanks, they've got better commanders, but they've got a desert advantage, which is worth a bit. The alternative is we send this lot in to help, but there's going to be 36,000 enemy troops. We can't possibly hope to beat them in a desert. Flee as fast as you can to Mandesh. Thank you. Constanza is now known as the Tenacious. Yes, not necessarily the Wise, though. Okay, the slight problem, of course, is that now that's going to blow away the supply limit in this county. Actually, we're only slightly over it. Do we just stay here now? Presumably if we go back there, they'll have the advantage, and that'll still be the case even if we stick in an organiser. Yes. Well, I think we have to stay here. For all that, it gives us very little advantage. Really, I want someone else to relieve me, but there doesn't seem to be anyone else involved. Partly, of course, I can't see them because I'm not officially involved in this war. He still doesn't have any other wars I can join. So they're then presumably going to try to besiege that. Surely they'll suffer horrific attrition, yes. I don't think I can raise enough troops here to be useful. Sadly, I think they're just going to have to try to pillage Kent. Right, excellent. I think there is one more county over here that might need converting. We can't actually release him for a little while anyway. Oh, and Princess Clotilda can marry. Excellent. Yes, we should do that. Goodness, she's got some excellent diplomacy. And he'd make a pretty decent commander. Yes, and she is my heir. Because, well, she is pretty excellent. Oh, apparently because I'm not technically at war, I can hold a feast. Okay. Oh, sorry, I've just seen that apparently there is actually another battle there. Can I join it sensibly? Let's have a go. Don't know if this is going to work, but I feel it's something I should try. So I can submit to Badshah Uwais because he is my lawful liege, even if I don't like him. I didn't know I didn't like him. I don't like him, it's true. Mostly because he refused me a position on his council. Yes, I think that's probably sensible. I am humble after all. No longer a teenager. Actually, it might still be. No, don't spend lavishly on food. I mean, I'm not in the castle. I'm off out here prosecuting a war. So I think of most of my vassals. Oh dear, I'm going to get there too late. Yes, that was too late. Far too far between these counties. Well, that's an embarrassing outcome to that battle. This is generally going quite badly today, isn't it? My liege is quite happy with me, I'll have you know. He's got an opinion of 23, partly because I showed my true humility and defeated some rebels for him. Don't much like him because I'd like the Sheikhdom of Jerusalem, as of all of my predecessors wanted. Manrique insults me by refusing wine. We apologise to the King of Sistan for that battle which wrecked his war score. The Emirate of Basra is no longer considered a de jure part of Iraq. Iraq is getting weird. De jure Iraq is this huge area over here and this bit down here, because the Najdid Sultanate still controls some of this, I think. And so for a long time we couldn't usurp the Najidid Sultanate because we couldn't usurp the Sultanate of Iraq because it was controlled by the Najidids. I'm not sure it still is. I mean, they still exist, but I think it would now actually be possible for someone to usurp it off them because they actually have none of its de jure territory. I mean, this isn't even my war. I could just give up on it. But I would like them not to lose it, so... Yeah, you're allowed to murder your wife. Yeah, we're losing moral authority due to losing so many holy wars. A revolt has broken out in Mosul. How dare they oppose me? They've got a lot of troops. Right, I think we go home and deal with that revolt. So the young Empress Rasa of Outremer, okay, she's about my age, requires my presence to put her mind at ease. We had a brief glimpse of that enemy army there, and it appeared to only have 8,000 troops, which is nice. No, file systems are not allowed. Only murdering your wife. Empress Vraza's palace is filled with relatives and maids, all surrounding the pregnant woman, gossiping and tending to her needs. Overall, it's a very lively and cheerful pastime, even though more often than not the topics of conversation are beyond frivolous. Rather amusing, I am officially still leading troops. So, I can keep Rasa entertained and hone my diplomacy. I can make sure she's well, honing my stewardship. Or I can hone my intrigue. Well, of those I'm worse at intrigue. But that seems kind of rude because that one's actually at the expense of Rasa's entertainment. Let me hone my diplomacy. Maybe. Rasa is even more talkative than I am. I can barely keep up with her gossiping. Yet speaking so much about so many different subjects is helping me almost as much as it does her. Possibly, actually, maybe I would have done better with stewardship anyway. So I'm currently on 16 diplomacy and I don't get the boost. Bah. Once that lot have finished fleeing, I will let the Imperial Army, which is like actually meant to be doing this job, do its stuff. Meanwhile, I will march back to my capital and say no to the rebels. very firmly. It's not really my job to deal with this holy war anyway. Yeah, you can try it if you like. Turn time up in order to actually try to get home for this rebellion. The Empire is trying to raise more troops. Get more tech points. We should see if we can gain any useful technologies here. Who are you trying to kill? Don't like people killing heirs in general. Okay. This is going to be quite a big army by the time it finally arrives at Mosul. Oh dear. Oh right, yes, he's lost control of some territory. I mean, I could march back over there. There's only 8,000 in there, though that's not going to be defeatable by me alone. I think, though, given that it's midnight, the right thing is, and possibly the right thing is actually to see if there are other wars I should join in, rather than this one, which might be a lost cause and is certainly quite a hard one to win. You know, he's Catholic. Stop doing that kind of thing. Offensive holy wars are just a bad idea. On the other hand, that one we should actually join in to help with. Yeah, I think what I'll probably do is abandon the Sistan holy war to my liege, whose job it after all is, and possibly join in someone else's instead, because these troops are halfway to the coast anyway. But that will not be today's job. Today's job is to say good night and leave it until, who knows, I might not be around on Friday. We'll see. But anyway, good night.